Aussie.
Just trying to arrange chickens. Where are you? That'll do. Chickens. This video is actually going to take a while. But it's quite a start, so who knows? Do you realize? You know, someday we'll die. I just remembered which one I'm gonna do first. Okay. Get this tripod over here. Okie dokie. Hey, Strictly Sega. How's it going? It's the friendly chickens. Okie dokie do. Getting ready to do some stuff. Actually, really behind schedule tonight. Haven't even planned or set up, let alone shot the first video. That's how it goes. Hannah, hello. You officially have approval from your therapist to rewatch the entire Harry Potter commentary series as practicing mindfulness. That's perfect. Oh, God, battling with real estate is always shit. I'm glad you passed it. I'm glad we can help you with mindfulness. It's just super annoying what a piece of shit J.K. Rowling is. Really, personally, fucks with my enjoyment of that stuff now. I was never mad into it, but as is obvious from those commentary videos, I have the whole movie series on DVD. All right. Anyway, getting creme de menthe. No. Bruin crème de cacao. White crème de cacao. There's my crème de menthe. Do I not have crème de menthe? Is my entire plan? No, wait, this is crème de menthe. Menthe verte. That's the trendy name. It's French. Menthe verte. And a whiskey. Okay. What whiskey would I bastardize by putting in that? Gosh. Which one will it be? God, this is a bloody challenge. Which one will I do? What's this? Nova? Twofold. I'll just do it with twofold. Okay, that's the plan. So, this is a chocolate whiskey stinger that we're going to have a go at here. It's pretty gosh darn simple. I just got to get my chocolate bitters as well. Chocolat bitters. Okay. That's all the stuff. We want the mixing glass. Put it about there. Und what are you doing to me? All right. All right, well, get ready, because here I come now. 2 ounces. Man makes me feel the way that you do. It's all right. All right. Got 1 dash of chocolate bitters. All right. And I think we're ready. We got ready. So, apparently, watching 2 grown men shit on a group of 11-year-olds, drug problems, rages, judging various characters' hat choices is exactly what you need. Well, I'm just really glad we're here for you. My God, we used to come up with some weird shit to say in those videos. Okay. Und so, let's turn this little camera on. And have I got it lined up? How's that? That's actually not bad. Yeah. All right. Let's do it. Let's do it. Want about 5 mils it is. I'm going to 1/4 ounce. It's just kind of a weird color. Okay, that's dot. And now the end is near, and so I face a royal curtain. That's what you. Then again, if you dimension. Oh dear, got it. Ice out of control. Gotta count this. Okay. Oh, that's weird. All right. Strain that into the glass. Okay. That's that. Oh, and I'm going to take a photo of that for publicity purposes. Let's do that. And I'll do the quick talk. And all will be hunky and or dory. All right. Oof. All right, I'm going to take this photo. Do, 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 do. Got my recipe there. Okay, we want the lighting to be a bit more subtle. Bouncing it off the roof. There we go. Fucking shitballs. That's a technical term, by the way. All great filmmakers from Alfred Hitchcock on were known to say, if they accidentally bumped into equipment, fucking shitballs. Okay. That's ready? That's ready. G'day, cocktail lovers. This interesting looking drink is arguably an old-fashioned variation, although not quite your usual one. It's called a chocolate whiskey stinger, and it's an old-fashioned with a little minty edge, kind of a bit more desserty than a lot of old-fashions. Here's how we make it. In a mixing glass, put 2 ounces or 60 mils of whiskey, and then put half an ounce or 15 mils of white creme de cacao, and finally about 1/4 ounce, 7.5 mils of creme de menthe. Final touch, we're just doing a dash of chocolate bitters. Oh, if I can stop with that noise. Add ice to your glass, stir that for 20 to 25 seconds to chill and dilute the drink, and then strain that into a rocks glass over a big chunk of ice, which gives us a chocolate whiskey stinger. The recipe did say use white creme de menthe. That gives us the chocolate... Mouth stopped working. That gives us the chocolate whiskey stinger. The recipe did say use white creme de menthe, but who has that, honestly? And what's wrong with a slightly green whiskey drink? It's good for a change. The chocolate whiskey stinger. Cheers. There we go. Dunzo. Okay, if you all could calm down and stop making all those noises, that'd be good. All right. Switch a few things if. Okay, put this over here. Ugh. Funding. That's going to be you foods. Okay. Okay, chickens, you are temporarily done. Do this. Okay, I just saw that. That is a fucking scam. That is an absolute fucking scam. Switch my banner off. Yep, that is... Ugh, don't get me started on real estate agents, man. Honestly. Freaking a-holes. Okay. That goes from to do to doing. And what was that? Oh, yeah. What was you? Of course, it's always start of the Thursday night stream. There's a text from you foods. That's just the way it goes. Ah, this is my jam, Hannah. Creative problem solving. Yes, please. Give me something to work on. All right, even though it's not really called for, I'm just doing my standard garnishes on this drink. Never made it. I've got to make a clarified cocktail of that tomorrow. All right, you go in there. Oh man, I didn't. I always forget something. I didn't bring my skewer. I'll be back in a second. Hannah, hopefully you'll have a problem for me. Actually, maybe I should put the music on again as well. That was kind of a vibe the other night. So, last 18 months. Actually, shits. Breaking into houses, stealing cars. Dozens have them on camera. Cops aren't doing much. People, oof. Okay, I can already tell this is going to be a doozy of a difficult problem to come up with a good solution for. But I'm up for a challenge. Oh, yeah, no, Chog. Rule 4. Random inputs. Right. Well, I'm going to advise against the waiting and lurking because you never know how stupid one of these kids is going to be. And they're just fucking juvenile idiots, just making extremely bad fucking choices. I mean, the floodlight thing may or may not work. Yeah, look, Neighborhood Watch has pluses and minuses. Yeah, and if they're fucking stabbing people, no. Oh, there you go. Neighbor's dog getting a good chomp in. That's the thing. I mean, actually, super surreal. You know what works? Geese. Get a pet goose. This is for real. I know people in Queensland who do this. And get a pet goose, and they make a shit ton of noise and will fucking bite a trespasser and scare the shit out of them. Well placed cacti by the that's up here for thinking. Cacti by the windows and doors. Yeah, I mean, again, someone's doing this shit. They're not big on the quality life choices thing. I mean, it's really fucking difficult to deal with. But no, Chog, that's real. People with pet geese, because they are both burglar alarm and guard dog, because they make a shit ton of noise if someone comes into your yard, and they will go them and they will bite, and they often freak people out more than a dog because it's just so unexpected. That's a real one. So you have a fire stick plant, very fragile, breaks, sap gets on the skin, causes chemical burns. Nice. That is what would we call that? Ecologically sound chemical warfare. Yeah, I mean, what's going to stop? I mean, there was a fucking incident not all that far from where I live where some little dickheads, they're like assaulting other school kids on their way home and threatening him. And they dragged some kid into a car and took his shit. And I think they threw him out of a moving car and he ended up on the critical list, which I think he's recovering from. But it's just like, there is... It's just, oh my God. It's just so difficult because someone who's going to do this shit is just not making good choices. It's just it's just fucked behavior. And Yeah, it's just, and especially I don't want to go too much into stereotypes, but you definitely get these kids who fucking think they're gangsters, and so they got to do gangster shit, and it's just fucking hell. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, they're these types. They're the ones who it's just that they are literally going with, we will fucking hurt you. Yeah, yeah. It's the same for 16-year-olds. I mean, it's just that you know, it's like their heads are too far up their own asses to know this is just like exceptionally bad choices they're making, because this will come back on them. Uh, someone, someone's going to fuck them up, whether it's someone who's like house they're breaking into, or a cop, or someone else who thinks they're a bigger gangster. It's just like it's so fucking stupid. Um, and yeah, I don't know. It's like, what do you do when they're honestly making such stupid choices that reasonable deterrents don't work because they're not fucking reasonable? They're goddamn idiots. Um, yeah, I mean that is actually an incredibly uh, difficult thing to solve, whereas it should be relatively easy to solve. But if the dickheads in question are just, you know, off the scale, unreasonable, and stupid, uh, it's just a fucking shit show. Drove across straight lines on the sunroof. Took that car from your street. Oh dear. Again, it's like they're just such goddamn fucking idiots. Pretend you're a devout Satanist. Put pentagrams and fill up hue lights to make your house red. Play black metal. Ugh. Ah! Your mum's car's covered in fake turf? I love it. Yeah, Hannah's in Brisbane, and it's just like, if you just got a couple of fuckwits who are going to do this fuckwit stuff, and it's really difficult to do something that's so it's just like you just got some pieces of shit who are just exploiting the fact that other people aren't shitheads to their level. Oh no, your poor mum's hoping the car gets stolen. Yeah, I mean, that's the way, it, when someone's being this fucking stupid, it's just you start to get this awful feeling that extreme force is the only thing that would work, and that is not the way to go. That's a terrible solution. It's just an absolutely terrible solution, but it's a terrible situation because you get these pieces of shit who just push things further and further because they know you're not going to do it. You, you're not as bad as them. Basically, they think they're bad. They're just fucking pieces of shit. Um, it's just it sucks. Same as for possums nicking tomatoes, electric fences everywhere. Like honestly, whereas that has some appeal because it's non-lethal, but it's a nasty shock. But of course, the danger is if these little dickheads have already like stabbed people, and they're really, like you say, going into someone's garage when they're because there's this whole threat. Like, what are you going to do? The danger is that will just make them angry and they'll get exceptionally violent. It is an unfortunate fact. It's like in any conflict, you should never use a weapon that you're not prepared to have used against you, because none of us are Bruce Lee, and you can be disarmed and have whatever you have used against you. So that's where escalation's a super bad idea. Hire a team of therapists. Honestly, that's probably at least as effective as anything. Have the therapists analyze their relationships with them. That's honestly, that's going to be as effective as anything. Your dad's not doing it non-lethal. Oh no. Oh. And of course, the very big danger with that sort of thing is collateral damage, like accidents from members of the household. I mean, that's the thing they found in the US. Like, yeah, we're all got guns. Statistically, you're astronomically more likely to get shot by someone in your own house in the US than by a stranger or random criminal. There are just so many of these fucking guns. You're actually more likely to get shot by a toddler than by random. Although there haven't been any toddler shootings for a while. There's a real fucking run of them. Tell the local J-dubs there's a witness opportunity at 2 a.m. That could work as well. Roving bands of J-dubs. Yeah. Toddler with a gun, yeah. Well, it was a solution in a whole bunch of US houses. My God. Yeah, I mean, like, these little dicks are just exploiting the fact that they can act like a bigger piece of shit than anyone else. And the chances of blowback is minimal because no one's as bad as them. And you don't want to be as bad as them. It's just, but they fucking suck. Sorry, I just thought of something. Actually, the chocolate late on that is pretty good. Okay. I should actually get ready for the next one. So put some stuff away. Back on the whiskey shelf. I should look at the next recipe. Oh, shite. God damn it. Honestly. So you did something similar with your friend soon-to-be ex. Scientologists are very interested in a doctor in his 30s and don't leave them alone. Ooh, that's brutal. So oils fails, automated gun turrets. Yeah. With a pretend corpse. Yes, just Halloween decorations, officer. Honestly. All right. So I'd already decided what I was going to make next. Just double check what the actual ingredients are. Oh, God, I had a bloody run-in with Scientologists back in the day. They're very creepy because the tests they give you are designed to find your psychological weaknesses, which, again, if the questions and that type of probing is done by a trustworthy and trusted therapist, say, that's all for the good. But when it's done by a creepy fucking cult who are obviously just trying to find your vulnerabilities, it's incredibly unsettling. Oh God, Hannah, You do know how to get into the uni anatomy labs. Get a few cadavers. Well, okay. The fact is that Scientology is a premeditated fraud. It's a deliberately constructed fraud. And you will get atheists who go, Christianity is just the same. It's not. The fundamentalist Christianity, this is an opinion, because this is all just opinion. There's not really absolutes around this. My opinion is fundamentalist Christianity is just a detachment from reality. You absolutely get the preachers in these fundamentalist churches who are definitely scammers, but the framework wasn't deliberately set up as a scam in the same way Scientologist is. Tim Garner. Oh, yes, Gurner. Also, I love Gurning is pulling faces in UK slang, so he's a piece of shit. Anyone who missed it is this guy who said workers are too cocky. We need to double unemployment, so they're scared. And motherfucker, when the revolution comes. Oh, Hannah, I absolutely agree. The difference between someone having personal spiritual beliefs and corrupt organized institutions. I think there's an absolute world of difference. And what I was saying, I'm not a believer. I don't think religious belief is intrinsically a detachment from reality, but those wingnut fundamentalist churches, absolutely, they're reality denying freakazoids. Yeah, I mean, but you look at the big religions, Buddhism, Judaism, Christianity, Islam. I don't believe any of them are real, but I also I don't believe they were set up as a deliberate, premeditated scam in the same way Scientology was set up as a deliberate, premeditated scam. I just don't believe that's the case. Oh, yeah. No, the institutions have power structures that attract terrible people. And so a church pastor beating the Barbie doll house. Yes. I actually did see that. Smashing up Barbie dream houses because he's a friggin' weirdo. Nice, Smigglich, all caught up. Okay. So I need 2 sorts of rum. I think I have a Demerara rum. Blackstrap rum. And that's the whole thing for this video. You're going to get to see me have just a little rant, not like the old angry rants, but a little rant about the concept of blackstrap rum, which doesn't exist. It's bullshit. Okay, so I need rums and allspice dram. All right. Hey, Safa. Takeaway night was good. We had Eto Italian. If you have blunt objects around the house for personal defense. Oh, lube the hitting end so it can't be grabbed. There you go. And that's not just a sex thing. Okay. Bubby's dream house made you believe being a sinful whore of a woman doesn't be a man. Oh, no. I am going to have. I wasn't saying that as an apology. I just mean because it's a booze thing rather than a politics thing. But I'm going to have a rant about blackstrap rum is bullshit. It doesn't exist. Only question is, will I make the cocktail? Yeah, I think I will make the cocktail. Okay, so I need to put some things away and get some things out. And I guess I could put the chickens in charge while I do this. Oh my God, Megalich. No, there was a fucking story. Someone got sentenced in the last week or so. So like, because they beat and raped a home intruder. They sound like, let's just say people living on the fringes as a society, and they all sound dodgy as fuck. And some dude breaks into the house and doesn't go well for him. But the guy was in the house that got broken into fucking tied the guy up with duct tape and raped him. And it's like, what the fuck? Just like every now and then there's something in the news and you're going like, oh yeah, no, people are shit. What is wrong with people? All right. The chicken's all in suitable poses. This one's just facing completely the wrong way now. There we go. This one. There you go. That's chicken's in charge for the moment. Just, what was I doing? Putting the banner on while I get this ready. And do it. All right, I'll put these away. And where's my allspice dram? I rearranged everything to find it easier to find, otherwise pimento. That's what I'm learning. Pimento dram. Oh. Okay. Okay. Is this a Demerara rum? This is a Demerara rum. All right. I have a Demerara rum. Now I just want a dark rum. Maybe this one. Fancy molasses rum. Allspice dram, lime juice, grapefruit juice, and simple syrup. Okay. Bitters goes down here. Get these all ready. Okay. Okay. Wait, how much is this? 1/4 ounce. Man, this is a strong aroma, this one. Oh, there's still some creme de menthe in there. I wonder if I'll taste it. Okay. Demerara rum. Okay. All right. I actually, Chog, I had takeaway tonight, fish and chips. Well, I had calamari and chips. Mrs. Angry had some salmon and salad because she's healthy. But just had no motivation to make dinner tonight. And so I got, I don't need to do that. God damn it. Got confused about what I was doing. All right. Gotta get the little GoPro working. Oops, light. That looks good. Okay. Get ready. Cigarette countdown. Oh, fuck me. been messing around with it. Really annoying how dodgy the plug is on this. Okay, trying again. Glad that didn't happen when I was halfway through recording this little bit. Allspice, lime juice, I have to actually squeeze this grapefruit I have here. See how much juice water? I want half an ounce or thereabouts. It's a quarter of an ounce. How's this going? Probably enough. All right. So grapefruit I got off the neighbour's tree. Okay. Oh. Still have to put some sugar syrup in too. Okay. That's that done. Going to put a bit more ice in here. Here I come. Oops. That made a bit of a mess. All right. I'll do this glass. Fucking hell. Ah, didn't see that. God damn it. It's sticky. What a fucking disaster. Fuck. All right. So that's made. Now I just got to talk about it. I just made such a goddamn mess. Oh, gosh. Oops, just remembered I wanted to take a picture of this too. Ooh, man, the aroma in this room now. It's like really good. Very boozy aroma in this room. I spilled a bunch of what I just made. All right. Publicity photo token. Man, the bar is really messy. I'm going to have to wipe that later. Do that. Okay. Okay, so that's ready. This is ready. George's are a donut twisties reference. I got some junk food today. I should bring it out. Weird junk food. G'day, cocktail lovers. This is a tasty rum cocktail called the Ancient Mariner, and I mean, it's really tasty. Oh, this is such a good drink. This is exactly the style of tropical drink that I like. It's got character, it's got the citrus, a little bit of sweetness, but I have a little bone to pick with the recipe as read because there's a couple of rums in it, and one of the rums it calls for is a blackstrap rum. And I have a problem with that because there's no such goddamn thing as blackstrap rum. It's made up. And look, I know technically everything's made up. Everything just gets given a name. But in terms of a category of rum, there is no category called blackstrap. There are rums marketed as blackstrap, but it doesn't mean a goddamn thing. Blackstrap molasses is the last stage of molasses in sugar refinement. So it's the darkest and thickest and like earthiest molasses. And shit. Blackstrap molasses is the last stage molasses in sugar refining. So it's really thick, dark, with an earthy flavor. But saying it's a blackstrap rum because it has blackstrap molasses, it's just like calling it a molasses rum, which is like all rum based around molasses. So don't get suckered by anyone who goes, ooh, blackstrap rum, that's important. No, it's not. It isn't real. And even the majority of the rums marketed as blackstrap either don't actually have blackstrap molasses in them or only have a little bit. And the black color of the rum is artificial. It's a pile of bullshit. So yes, forgive me if I was getting a little carried away there, but you know, it's annoying when people make up bullshit terms like this. And so if you ever see a recipe calling for blackstrap molasses, they're saying a dark rum, and that's usually for a visual appearance. They're saying make this look darker. But any of the actual black rums are almost definitely artificially colored. So it's a ridiculous idea. So if you want to capture a bit of a vibe with blackstrap rum, just use an aged rum, like a darker rum, a rum that's got a bit of style and character. Okay, rant done with. Here's how we make this little number. In a shaker, put 1 ounce or 30 mils of a Demerara rum. Then we add 1 ounce or 30 mils of anything but blackstrap rum, because blackstrap rum's not a thing. Then we're adding 1/4 of an ounce, around 7.5 mils of allspice dram, also known as pimento dram. Then we're adding 3/4 of an ounce, around 22.5 mils of lime juice. Then 1/2 ounce or 15 mils of grapefruit juice. And finally, we're going to add 1/2 ounce or 15 mils of sugar syrup. Add ice to the shaker. Shake that good and hard for 10 to 15 seconds to chill and dilute the drink, and then strain that into a rocks glass over ice. Usually, you would actually see this served over crushed ice in a rocks glass, but I already had this nice big chunk of my clear ice in here. You can't really see it because this is an opaque drink, but you know, I had the glass and the ice, so I'm like, well, I'm going to use it because it's already out and I don't want to waste the ice. but crushed ice is probably a bit more traditional. And of course, presentation-wise, once you've got crushed ice, you can chuck a few garnishes on it. If you have pineapple fronds or maybe a bit of lime, or hell, even some mint leaf, just something for presentation-wise. But I'm just making this for myself, and I'm really enjoying it. I don't often put grapefruit juice in cocktails, but it's nice. And I stole a grapefruit from a neighbor's tree just to make this. So maybe that makes it taste better. Forbidden fruit, literally. But leave me to my foolishness and my cocktail. I hope you're looking after yourself wherever you are. Hope to see you again sometime soon. Until then, cheers. All right, I think that's probably it for recorded videos tonight. I'm gonna sit and chill out. So turning everything off. Shut down, turn off. Turn this light off. Get this tripod out of the way. And bring my chair back. I'm gonna be all sticky because that drink I spilt on myself. Ugh. Okie dokie, artichoke. Gonna turn my banner off because the chickens are gone. Ooh, I don't have the Discord open yet. Let me open the Discord. Do. Fuck off, Discord. Stop giving me pop-ups. Yes. So I've got to share this. Where are we? That's who our chickens in charge look like. Does anyone remember that guy they used in the ads for The Voice or whatever? But that is absolutely chicken mouth. Good Lord. Okay. So Chog, you drove 6 hours, but Charles ate things that are, oh yeah, road food. You just do whatevs. It's just, I think, why a service station donut's yummy. It's just, it's good because you're on the road. And you need to try donut twisties. It's good. Well, actually, look, okay, that drink's actually good. Yum. That is good. Ooh, do you like cheese Kransky from a servo? That's getting pretty intense. Look, I'm going to get this weird junk food I got, and I'll bring it out. And I'll try it. Because one of them I've never had. One I've had, one I haven't. Okay, I'm back. Closing the door. I also brought in my, I still have donut twisties. So these things called turtle chips, which I see in Woolies sometimes, and they're sometimes on special. And they were on special today, so I got some. Now, I've had these ones before. They have both sweet and savory ones. Turtle chips. These are chocolate churro. And I think they're called turtle chips because they're these multi-layered things. It's meant to look a bit like a turtle shell. Okay, Hannah knows them. All caps. Turtle chips, amazing. Yes, Korean. Yes, I was going to get sweet corn because I like the sweet corn one, but they had one I hadn't seen before. Truffle flavor. So I'm going to try these. Ooh. very umami aroma coming from there. They're these weird little layered things. Look at that weird little layered things. Okay. Oh, fuck yeah, they're good. Sorry, Hannah and Megalich both vouching for the truffle ones. So cheese Kransky. Yeah, sitting in the food warmer for 3 days. It is an experience rather than the food itself. Okay, skip the sweet corn. Too salty. Well, yeah, I was going to get sweet corn as the example of the savory one. But it's like truffle, and I love truffle flavor. And they're so light and crunchy. Oh my God. Oh, what are these? Oh. These are almost tasting like an Asian pork dish, which is weird because that's not the flavor they're meant to be. Making me think of an Asian pork or at least meat dish. Oh yeah, no. Yeah, so you're literally allergic to it, Hannah. It would just metaphorically kill me. I'm not good with spice. Okay, yeah, no, Safa, we've just become a junk food stream. Megalich, the short version is not good. Dr. Abigail is unfortunately unwell, in a lot of pain, and not feeling good about the world. So I don't think we're going to see her tonight. But yeah, no, she's not doing good. Shog sweet chippies. Someone would make. There are savory lollies, actually. You can get some savory Asian sort of jelly things. Oh God, we're both doing junk indulgences. Oh, you have the chocolate churro ones. Chocolate churro ones. Safa, kind of not Tim Smith at all. I mean, I have been drinking alcohol. Chocolate churro. Like, they look so different. Where's a full one? Like, okay. The savory ones are like so light, and then the chocolate churro. And it's weird, even the chocolate churro ones feel different. They almost feel greasy. Oh. That's a good description. They're like a cinnamon chocolate crackle. Alan's new Big Mac Zinger. Okay, I do like the chocolate truffle ones. I've had them before, but this is the first time I've had the truffle turtle chips, and I fucking love them. I gotta stop eating them. Going for a big effort of willpower to not eat any more of them. Oh my God, they're so fucking yummy though. Oh, I fucking love that. Honestly, oof, that's good. Oof. Oh yeah, there was Vegemite dairy milk. That's true. That, to me, that just kind of tasted like salted caramel. Oh yeah, no, we got to do the fringe flavors. Absolutely, got to be about the weird fringe stuff. Like there was a couple of years ago. Oh God, maybe they still do it. I don't know. But a couple of years ago, there was a gelato place in Lygon Street that had a Vegemite gelato. It's like Vegemite with ice cream with swirls of Vegemite in it. It just kind of tasted like salted caramel again. I don't know if I'm a constant, but I'm here. Yeah, no, I don't really think the Vegemite dairy milk tasted like Vegemite. It was salty. That's fucking good. That's an 8 out of 10 right there. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, the Vegemite shapes. I think they actually tasted like Vegemite. I am also put off by the idea of the chewy texture of an Allen's Ollie that actually tastes like a Big Mac. I am also put off by that. Oh god. An ice cream shop in Brunswick had a line out the front like a nightclub. There's one in like Hawthorne, Japanese ice cream place that regularly has a line. Really yum. You had Metropolitan, or do you mean Neapolitan ice cream? I know from experience, Chog, one of the uses of or a good use of Vegemite is not infusing it into vodka and then drinking said vodka. That shit's nasty. Snakes alive that actually taste like snake, which apparently conforms to that old cliche of tastes like chicken. So we're all swapping temperature things. Saf's on 13, 28 on Monday. Chog 15, 28 while on the road. Yeah, it's pretty fucking warm. Oh, yeah, no, actually, Vegemite in shepherd's pie, meatloaf, or gravy. Excellent question, Safa. The difference between gelato and ice cream. I honestly can't give you that definition off the top of my head, but we could ask the internet. So, what's the difference between gelato and ice cream? That auto completed. Gelato translates to ice cream in Italian, but the texture is denser, smoother, and richer than American ice cream. So technically, gelato is just ice cream. Milk, cream, sugar differs in proportions. Gelato uses less cream, more milk than ice cream. Typically contains no eggs. Oh, here's a warning. Most people think gelato and ice cream are the same, similar but different. Gelato is lower in fat because it's got less cream and more milk, is churned slower, resulting in less air and a richer flavor. Gelato is lower fat, contains less air, milk, cream, sugars, and ingredients like fruit or nut purees. Lighter than traditional ice cream, having a lower butterfat content. All right. So gelato is typically lower fat than ice cream as well. So there you go. So that's the basic difference, because gelato is essentially ice cream, but a slightly different recipe and different preparation. Yes, and sorbets are a whole different thing. Sorbets water-based, not milk-based. Oh, musical aviator this week does not bode well for summer. Went with the wife to Cortina, where gelato was allegedly invented. Oh yeah, you want proper Italian gelato, honestly. Oh, neat. Strictly Sega used to manage Baskin Robbins. Learned a metric fuck ton about ice cream. Nice. Oh, yeah, frozen yogurt's another good one. Dubbo most definitely did not have gelato. It might now, but it absolutely did not when I was growing up. Man, it didn't have focaccia. As I had back in the day, your dad had a restaurant, had an industrial ice cream machine, made the most intense espresso ice cream. So much coffee you'd be awake for days. Well, that's what you can do when you're making your own, really. Oh, stop eating these. Yeah, I need to have a savory one. I hate the soup. Eat the savory one before I have another drink in my drink. Yum, yum the fuck, yum. Mm. I did probably like these. I don't know. You like junk food as much as me. I used to have a gelato store, did gourmet homemade stuff. Group of Indian businessmen took over a pastry. Pre-packaged, yeah. Sometimes happens. A successful place gets bought out. Dad made it because your mum wanted it while pregnant. Used to be given it as a dessert. Took them way long to figure out 5-year-olds and that much caffeine don't mix. Oh my God. Ooh, so Strictly Sega posted a good ice cream shop for Melbourne. Let's have a look. All right, let's read the write-up. Pio Laboratorio. Broadsheet write-up. Okay. Poo's first location, a pop-up gelato test lab, is in Carlton in 2013. Decade later, returning lab concept, but extrapolating in a big way. Okay, this is the Fitzroy one we're talking about. Okay. Brunswick Street's northern end. Former bank built in the 1960s. At the front, the store offers just 8 limited edition flavors, scooped from stainless steel pozzetti, which rotate by the week, the day, or even the hour, depending how small the batch is. You might find surprising flavor combinations like zingy Maya lemon sorbetto, goat's yogurt and saffron, and fruits of the forest. Also extravagant gelato cakes stacked high in glass freezers, from classic Ferrero Rocher to Sicilian cassata and Neapolitan Bombalasca, inspired by Milan's pastisseries and nostalgic treats, few available by the slice. In the adjacent space, trained chocolatiers work away in a dedicated, temperature-controlled chocolate room. They might be making single origin chocolate with a balance of sugar and fat designed to complement the gelato. Upstairs, urban beekeeper Nick Dowse of Honey Fingers cultivates honey on the rooftop. Centerpiece is the immersive ceiling light installation meant to echo eating gelato under the Italian sun. It's also used to reflect the rotating specials. Oh, well, there you go. That does sound interesting. Chokestick and arm put long black on continuous drink. Oh, see, I'm not a coffee person, but I do drink cola and energy drinks. Musical Ayurveda. Massive weekend. Yes, back-to-back symphony performances. Nothing musical till October. Time to draw breath. Prepare for the summer events. Oh, fuck. That's so much better than I was expecting. It's yummy. Yeah, Baskin Robbins is fine. Absolutely. I won't poo-poo Baskin Robbins. My favorite gelato place was always down near St Kilda Beach called Seven Apples. Super yummy. But you can get some nice gelato on Lygon Street. I definitely want to try that one that we were just talking about. Actually, that's a fair call as well, strictly Sega. Baskin Robbins can depend on the location and who's serving. Oh yeah, Haagen-Dazs. I don't know if they still have it. There was a Haagen-Dazs in Melbourne Central, and I was not averse to getting some ice cream there. Biscoff ice cream. That actually sounds good. Yeah, you're right. It can make a lot of difference. The particular location and the person who's actually serving it to you. Mm. Oh man. Okay. That cocktail goes on my hit list. That's quite good. Oh God, I got the Biscoff one from Woolies. Not bad. That is not bad. I fucking went to town on that. Let me tell you. Yes, Biscoff everything at the moment. You get a Biscoff spread, like a Biscoff version of Nutella. God, I should do a Biscoff infused booze. Hell yes. Oof. That guy, Ryan Doka, I think I think he's really big on TikTok and is reasonably big on YouTube as well. Does the 60-second things where he puts something in booze for a week, usually some confectionery, but sometimes it's something weird and savory that he puts in booze. And his big thing is, I'm going to put this in booze for a week or until something interesting happens. And then he tastes it after a week and rates it. Megaleech pointed him out to me because he'd put sliced peaches in absinthe and said it was just super, super good. And I tried it, and it was. Oh, Chog, dangerous, dangerous man. Putting something sweet in the sheepdog? No, we want to put something where we'd notice the difference. A brandy or a rum? Actually, I'm very hard pressed to choose. Whiskey, brandy, or rum. Biscoff martini. Nice. I think I'd go Biscoff old fashioned. Or I could make a sugar syrup from Biscoff, which would literally be getting the Biscoffs. That's what I could do. A Biscoff sugar syrup. Oh yeah, and that's all vodka's useful for, really, as a base, infusing something into it. Like this has vodka in it. I started with the peel in the Polish Spiritus, 95% alcohol, to really rip the flavor out. Now this has vodka and blood orange juice and blood orange syrup in there. And I'm leaving that in there for a while, and then I'm going to strain it out and I'm going to barrel age it for a while. Biscoff and Irish cream. Copyright that. Yes, Biscoff Irish cream. Good Lord. Sorry, I'm hearing beeps. Oh, shite. Holy fuck. Look, okay, I just love how this looks. So a Biscoff cocktail. Strictly Sega posted on the Discord. That's pretty intense looking. Soak a Biscoff into the Helia's salted caramel. But I mean, that's already the best thing ever. I think the trick is to put it in something that's not like actually just make. Oh, like I'm thinking cognac and cream, like make a cream liqueur, like soak the Biscoff in the spirit, and then strain it, and then mix it with cream. My God, these ideas. Oof. Okay, so the actual recipe for the Biscoff. Oh, okay, it's an espresso martini. Okay. So rub the rim of martini glass with Biscoff spread. Dip the coated rim into crushed Biscoff. Sure. So combine vodka, espresso coffee, coffee liqueur, and Biscoff spread. Oh, so you're just shaking it with Biscoff spread. Now you want to fucking infuse it. Best way to shake up lockdown. When was this published? 2021. God damn. Yeah, we were doing whatever shit we wanted to in 2021. Yeah, no, I'm thinking in both a Biscoff sugar syrup to maybe make a Biscoff old fashioned. A honey based whiskey. That's the thing. But see, the honey based whiskey is already sweet. So I'm thinking, when I see me challenge myself to make a cocktail of uni students' booze stash, cruises, and alcopops, make it tolerable. I mean, honestly, what I need something proper as well. But like with the alcopops, I treat them as if they're soda water and make like a traditional highball. Like, okay, no, a challenge which would possibly be vaguely decent. Sheepdog lemon juice and an alcopop in a highball stands a chance of being okay. Little bit of fresh juice, citrus makes all the difference, or has the potential to make all the difference. I like the idea of making a Biscoff sugar syrup, and I like the idea of infusing some booze with Biscoff and then mixing it with cream. Yeah, no, Biscoff simple syrup would fucking rock. Like you literally just bloody diluted it a bit with water. Maybe do it over heat to melt it in. Oh, ding, 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 ding. Hannah, Biscoff eggnog. God damn. Oh, God, there's a Biscoff sugar syrup. Sure. Sugar, water, crumble Biscoff. Remove the syrup from the heat, let it cool, pour over cookies, seal the jar. I see. Okay, that's the long way. I think the short, that's an excellent sounding recipe, but I think the short way is just get Biscoff spread and mix it with water. Just like probably heat it up in a pan so it really infuses, and then strain that. And I think you'd have a pretty good Biscoff sugar syrup. So, Jog, when you're a uni student, purchase decent bottles. Tia, Kahlua, oh yeah, Dimple, Russian Standard Vok drinks. I've got Vok drinks in there. And I've had the Dimple as a scotch before. There are quite a few blended scotches that are fucking great. Dimple's fine whiskey. Monkey Shoulder's a good one, actually. Really versatile, really good in cocktails. Alcohol is expensive, but you got to get priority time. I mean, it's like one of my glasses has etched on the rim of it, drink less, drink better. It's like make the experience. And this is why I like cocktails as opposed to, just drinking beer. I don't drink beer at all, but I do drink cider. But cocktails are an experience. You make them or you watch someone make it for you. And a good cocktail is a whole spectrum of things. It's not one thing. And I love it when Blind Boy on his podcast called it mindful drinking, not least because a cocktail is a comparatively expensive drink. So you want to make the most of it. So you kind of sip it and enjoy everything as it goes down. So one thing you used to have, probably wouldn't by now, overproof Bundy. Oof. Yeah, no. I tried one of the upmarket Bundaberg rums and it did nothing for me. And it's like, they're off my list now. I've got a whole bunch of good Australian rums there. Bundy, nah. Hannah, when you're in uni, stressed out, the goal was cheap and fast. Oh yeah. Rolling to exams buzzed enough not to cry. God damn. That's a harsh truth right there. Oh wow. That's a bit painful. Oh god, all this talk of Biscoff. But Hannah, you absolutely nailed it. Biscoff eggnog. And I think, okay, I need, okay, this is my excuse. I'm going to go to the supermarket and get Biscoff spread, and I'm going to do two things. I'm going to experiment, try and make a sugar syrup with it, and I'm going to infuse some into a spirit. Brandy is what's coming to my mind. It should be brandy. Biscoff brandy. And then make some eggnog with that. Not quite eggnog season yet. As Homer said, we only get 30 sweet noggy days before the government takes it away from us. Oh, my aging batches, they will be interesting because straight out of the pan making them, it's a really fucking yummy eggnog. And everyone says when you age the eggnog, it gets better. So if that eggnog gets better, I'll be blown away. Ooh, Hannah. Oof. Biscoff brandy custard on plum pudding. Hot damn. Chog, in undergrad years, used to Pavlov yourself instead of cramming before exams. Treat yourself to good cafe breakfast and love exam day. Yeah, there you go. A positive distraction. That's, I can't argue with that. Let's go to put a little bit of this in that. Do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do, do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Oh, incidentally, after I talked the other night about the Motown music, I did have my funky Motown morning the other day. One of those auto-generated playlists. I just chose the first one, which was "Get Ready, 'Cause Here I Come Now," and then it just auto-chose a bunch of whole really funky music. It was a good morning. Oh, Hannah couldn't stomach food before handling cadaver. Oh God. Okay. Yes. Okay. Oh my God. Oof. Yeah, no, I get not eating before a cadaver exam. And you're on board with Biscoff brandy custard? Yeah. Actually, that is also probably another winner. Strictly Sega, cinnamon whiskey with Biscoff is probably going to be good. Assuming you like cinnamon whiskey. I actually have a teeny little bottle of Fireball there in case I ever want to put it in a cocktail. So, Chog, you a psych. Okay. Dissect a brain and go back to sipping your lattes. Oh, dear. Medical school. My God. It's a whole thing. I remember, okay, years ago, I was a contractor working at Melbourne Uni, and there was a big project to update all their IT infrastructure. Because a weird thing had happened, the different schools had developed their own IT and internet connectivity individually, and they were all siloed. So you couldn't move around the uni and stay connected because it was different servers in all the schools. And so there was a big project to rationalize it So it was all one big network. And so students and staff could just move seamlessly between buildings and always be connected. And that involved taking out a lot of random bits of hardware that were in various buildings. And we were joking, at some point, going to have to do the medical building, and we have to do this out of hours to minimize disruption to the university. So someone late at night is going to be uninstalling an old technology and then installing new technology in the cadaver room. Someone is going to do it in the lab that they don't like to talk about because they have the monkeys that they do experiments on. And there's all dark and creepy and screaming monkeys in there. And we're just going like, man, there's a couple of jobs on this project that are just not going to be good. So Hannah, you had to cut off her head and then its face right before lunch and cut the teeth out. Oh my God. Oh my God. Jesus. Boobs and beers night. Oh God, the women in prison films. Oh my God. Oh, I feel like I haven't seen it, but I feel like I know of The Naked Cage. I'm not sure. Your school was the first one to have open access. 95, that was. Oh God, Lemon Party. Oof. God damn. Chog Motown's all right. Yes, I think I have heard Fat Larry's band. Smoked Your Mate's vintage sound system with a fat 70s bass. God damn. Oh God. And Chog, you had to do anatomy too. God damn. When was that Melbourne Uni? I don't know, dude. I'm old and my brain doesn't work and I don't remember. I think it was like about 10 years ago. I remember being blown away because the Melbourne Uni, like Sydney Uni, is an internet node, and the internet speeds were 10 times faster than you can get commercially. Like, you just cannot get these speeds outside of the universities. It was wild. Yeah, it does kind of feel, if you've seen one Women in Prison movie, you've seen them all. They're, they're not multifaceted, complicated storytelling. At least that's the impression that I get. Oh, let's do some scar trumpets because I mentioned the impression that you get. It's the setting that changes. Is it a country prison or a futuristic prison? Nice. So, Hannah, your high school IT asked you how you kept coming up with new proxy sites. Because your brother worked in IT and gave you a 6-page list. Nice. In the end, we agreed they wouldn't block one if you promised not to share it. They were tired of the extra work of blocking all the proxy sites. Womp womp. Chog, internet in the 90s was awesome. Digital Wild Wild West. Oh, dial-up was painful. I remember my early days on bulletin boards, Usenet, text chat, IRC. Oh man, there were some wild times there. And just the beautifully horrific web design. Oh God, what were those different free sites called? And everyone would have web rings. And it was just like, oh my God, it was just fucking wild. Oh yeah, and getting hung up on it, yes, because there's often a limit to the duration of your connection. Oh my God, it was a time. Single MP3 taking an hour down. I think I only ever really downloaded one MP3, and it's because a friend sent it to me. I think it was 9 Inch Nails' Perfect Drug. And it turned out it was a different mix to the one that was released commercially. Good thing about dial-up, picking up the phone to piss off a sibling 10 seconds away from finishing a download. Yeah, that's a pretty evil thing to do. Yeah. Chog, you and the expert on HTML and CSS. I did learn some HTML. I never really learned CSS in one job, they were trying to get me to do it. And I'm like, I'm not a programmer. God, I scratched my arm. Now it's bleeding. Wiping blood off my arm. Suffer stealing the landline while you use dial-up. Well, I never had it at home, like when I was a kid. I never had it when I was an adult in my own house. So I could control it. But so when would have I started with home internet? 94? Somewhere around then. Oh, God, are we back on the chase? You considered electrifying fences to stop essays. Well, no, okay, yeah, okay. You're putting serious thought into an electric fence. Of course you fucked with your brother. Fair enough. You were the cool dude. A laptop in his Mazda 66 with 20 MP3s because the hard drive was only 80 megabytes. Oh, God, I knew someone who could do such a good impression of the dial-up modem sound. It was actually quite disconcerting because if you could do it with a recording, the handshake, it actually worked off sound. It's really weird how the old phone system worked off sounds. Like when you put money in a payphone, it sent particular tones down the line to tell the exchange that you paid. And so it was theoretically possible to recreate those sounds and get free calls. Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak were actual phone freakers, PHREAKERS, phone freakers, before they made Apple Computer. They had a little black box that they could manipulate public phones with. And I met a guy at a rave in the 90s, American hacker and phone freaker known as Captain Crunch, because he worked out the tone for this long distance thing, and the American phone company was like a whistling noise. And he had this little plastic whistle from a cereal box, Captain Crunch, and he could manipulate it to play the right tones down the phone line to get free calls. And he got quite famous for that. And I met him, and man, had he taken a lot of drugs in his life. Laptop in the Mazda. Yeah. Oh, 90s car phones. Weren't they a whole thing? Gonna steal some songs from Triple J Hottest 100 from the 90s. Music between movies. That's a good choice. Use dial-up for multiplayer flight sim. 5-second position updates. Horrific voice compression. Voice over IP as a radio. Yeah. I played Doom as the guy who used to do my tech support for me. Not over the internet, over the phone line. We just direct dialed each other's computers. And so we weren't actually going over the internet. We were just communicating over the phone line. All right, I'm going to have just one little more taste of turtle chip before I go to bed. And people out here doing whistles for free calls. Thought you were a genius for Mum, it's me, come pick me up when prompted for name on a reverse call. Yes. That was a hack, I heard, yeah. That was a pretty clever hack, that one, actually. Oh, stackable CD players in the boot of the car. Yeah, wow. Yes, that was another one. Mech Warrior, Windows 95, down the phone line. I'm sorry, these turtle crisps are fucking awesome. This is going to be a real effort of willpower to not keep eating them. Oh God, there's one game I really liked on PC. I didn't play this against someone on dial-up. Blood Bowl. I think there are still versions of Blood Bowl getting released like 30 years later. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Yeah, it's turtle chips. Wait, okay, that one's too sweet, so I have to have something savory before I have a drink. And Born in 91 CD stack was one of those zip-up binders. Oh, that was a whole thing, though. Carrying around a binder of CDs. Oh my God, these are so yummy. Chog, putting together stereo in your living room. Nice. You love Blood Bowl. Nice. Okay, this was a very weird piece of tech that existed. And it was very expensive, and so very few people ever had it. But, okay, it was a cassette tape player. Like, it was in a very high-end stereo. And there was a first big breakthrough. Like, cassettes would be 30 minutes each side or 45 minutes each side. If they were longer than that, it was probably very shit quality. You could get some that were 60 minutes each side, but the tape was so thin it would stretch, and so the music would distort. But anyway, so it was basically you put a cassette in, press play, it would play through it. It's the end. Then you have to get up, go over to the machine, turn the cassette around, and play the other side. Now, then they invented a cassette player that had an auto reverse. Like, it would reach the end of the thing and then just played back, and it would play the other side of the cassette. And that was a huge thing. It's like, ooh, plays both sides of the cassette. Then you got some weirdo audiophiles that said the cassettes didn't sound as good being played backwards. So someone invented a cassette player that when one side finished playing, it popped out and like a little robot arm flipped the tape around and then put it back in. So if the tape player mechanically turned the tape around and played the other side. I think it's in the movie 9.5 Weeks, a weird sex film with what's his name, Mickey Rourke in it. I think he actually has, because he's meant to be this super rich guy, and I think he actually has this. I'm sure that's the movie that they put it in, but it is absolutely surreal. This tape player, play one side, and it would pop out, physically flip the cassette around, and then put it back in. Wild. For MySpace, top 8, you had top 5 CDs strapped to your sun visor. Oh yeah, in the car, yes. So I'm thinking, what do you have? Another picture of something. No, okay. Techmoan, great channel. Oh yeah, I think I did actually see a 20 disc thing. It was like there's this big thing that you stacked and it dropped them in. And pretty. Chog, you had a setup was a dual Philips tape setup, auto rotate. Ended up purchasing the 5 disc stacker, plugged it in the same amp. Nice. Wait, what did I do? Okay, while we're talking memories, where are we? Music Elevator posted this. Flight sim from about 2000, and it's a 20-year-old flight sim display. Okay, I don't feel like this is telling us a lot, but is that the 20 disc stacker? So the discs are all in the bit in the middle, and it moves the discs one by one into the player. Dang. Vinyl on top. Totally forgot about that. Some original vinyl sitting on the same shelf as your Blu-rays. I'll have to really do the. We talked about the booze and tunes. Oh, that's fucking yummy. Hey, Justin, how you doing? Oof. Well, I'm being a bit decadent tonight. Chog. I mean, some blues. Yeah, I was going to say something obnoxious like good blues, and different people's taste in good is different. But it's like country music. There's country music I like, just not stupid reactionary fucking conservative fuckhead music. Also just the fucking yacht rock but done country style. Oh, actually, I feel like this is a better picture of it. The Stacker CD player. So am I right and go the discs you stack them all in the middle bit, and it actually moves them into the player part one by one to play them. I remember, did that have a shuffle? I remember being at someone's place and they had a stacker that had a shuffle function. So it would just randomly change the discs and change the tunes. So had the best country music from a a cappella country group. Niche but good. Well, yeah, I mean, but it also, opinion's going to vary a little between what's good and what's crap in blues. Safa, is it warm in Melbourne? It was pleasant. Oh, was it? You meant 200 CDs? Okay. Country music's basically yobbo, bluegrass, inflammatory propaganda. Yeah, there is a lot of bad country music. The remote had a keyboard and you could label the discs. Damn. Don't even sell the DVDs in VW anymore. But that was weird. Like we were looking at the statistic the other day that vinyl has outsold CDs for the first time in 30 years, but the overall sales are actually quite low because everyone's doing digital. That's the way it goes. I'm just laughing at how obsessed we got with Biscoff tonight. With all Biscoff. I mean, honestly, that was a fun autocorrect. Not selling dads. That was a particularly funny autocorrect that you had there, Hannah. Dang. You know, a place that still sells tons of physical albums, Korea. Collectibles inside the albums. Oh, that's a good trick. Justin saying a Canberra Liberal politician is a country singer. Oh, no. That does sound sad. That's the tale of the evening. Biscoff, vinyl records, and church pastors breaking doll houses. Oh, my God. Sorry. If you sold dads, the bogan-ass suburb you used to work in would have made a killing. Oh, we say there's too many single moms there looking for dads. Oh God, I just remember this one incident. This is a very long time ago. I was in Footscray in the little it doesn't really classify as a shopping mall, but there was a supermarket. I suppose it was a very small shopping mall. There was a supermarket and then a few small stores. I think I was waiting for my accountant because his office was there. And I was working in a conservative office at the point. So I was actually wearing a suit and I was just waiting. And there were a bunch of people because there's a shopping office where, and there was a young woman with her little toddler. And I don't know, it was like he dropped a toy and it rolled towards me. And I picked it up and I go, here you go, little fella, you want that? And he's going, yeah. And I've always gotten on well with kids and I go, oh, little fella, there you go. And it's like she saw me interacting with the kid positively and she suddenly came over and was really friendly to me. And I thought, this is like super obvious. I'm a well-dressed man who was being nice to your kid and you feel like you've got a dad option here. It was very weird. Well, yeah, Justin, ACT Liberal Party, aka losers. Yeah, dad's sale in West Dubbo. And hello, Toby. How you doing? Hannah, your best bogan, a very large and blessed woman with her 3 kids and 1 full boob just hanging out. She had no idea what was out. Oh, God. I say all this with bogan pride, having grown up in Dubbo. You got old weird men hitting on you, or the priest that asked if he could bless you. Okay, well, that's an interesting one. And certainly, speaking it now, I can speak as an old weird man too. But honestly, never hit on anyone who serves me anywhere. A shop assistant, cafe, restaurant, bar. Never hit on someone who's serving you. That's so fucking crass. Very opposed to that sort of thing. Yes. I think the whole point is she didn't even notice. The priest had a full blessing kit. Okay, Hannah, what were you doing that you particularly looked like you needed to be blessed? And Toby, the household is good. I hope you're good as well. Oh yeah, no. The Vic Libs will eventually come back, theoretically. But just because of the nature of the public service, I can't see ACT Liberal Party ever making significant inroads because one of their core policies would be sack a bunch of people in the public service. Okay, yeah, you were dressed as a cat working in the party store. That'll do it. That will do it. You say to it, it's not a sex thing. I'm just selling party supplies. Chill out, man. I'm gonna have some sody water before bedtime. White peach soda water. You also had a schizophrenic, used to follow you around, told me he prayed his condition away. That way we make you friends because you're safe now. And that's kind of sad. Chalk worse than the Vic Liberals. They started building. Oh no! When I say the ACT Liberals are worse than the Vic Liberals, I just mean they're less likely to ever be in a position of power again. Theoretically, the Vic Libs will get closer to winning power in an election. I don't fancy the chances of the ACT Libs though. Well, see that just sounds like a rapper name, Justin. Zed says Jida. And that's probably making him sound far too cool that he sounds like a rapper. Zedzeda. But it's weird, like in Victoria, fundamentalist right-wing Christians were getting a stranglehold on the Liberal Party. And everyone who's not one of them is going, okay, we're in a bad way, but these fucking fruitcakes will make sure we never win power again. Toby, next time you see VD, tell him thank you for the effort. It's not working. He needs to pray harder. You worked in such a bogan suburb. Nicest compliment you ever got. What? You have all your own teeth. Oh no. Oh. That's rough. Sorry, that's the old joke about walking through Collingwood. A couple of blokes at the pub in their Collingwood fan jumpers. You walk past and you just hear him go, "Look at that poofter with all his teeth." Don't actually have all my teeth. I'm missing some back ones. You just can't see that because my mouth doesn't open that wide. Or can you? Can't really see the gaps. You also named the rats in the store and at a funeral the day Frank got stuck by a balloon wall and died. Oh my God. I said, Justin, that guy you were talking about is a former senator who lost his seat. Got no federal Liberal representation. Dang. Vic Libs are extreme. Oh, yeah, no. The Vic Libs have, for the last 10 years, have been getting infiltrated by ultra-right religious zealots, and they'll never fucking win power with those people. Yeah, Toby, he's got to pray harder and longer, spend more time on his knees, if you know what I mean. So, Choke, you love your sister, she's religious. West Victoria Church. Oh, God, white supremacists. No, they do that in the country towns. The white supremacists try and get recruits in the churches. Yeah. They friggin' do that. I mean, that's what I was sort of saying. Was it on? Yeah, I think it was on the Discord the other day, and one of our American friends bemoaning extremists and was going like, dude, I live in what pretty much no one would argue is the most progressive city in Australia, and we have fucking Nazis marching in the street. Swastika bearing, zig heiling, fucking Hitler loving Nazis. This shit's everywhere. Does the Big W attract the crazies? Called every week, ask for tips, caring for iguanas. Neat. And someone, oh no. Oh God, that's like that story from a plane in America this week. That's not good. And yes, actually, Justin, that has been a tactic of theirs, going for ethnic minorities because they think they're more religious and more conservative, which is super weird because, again, the mainstream of the Liberal Party hates ethnic minorities. So, Musical Aviator. Apparently, there's a review of your performance. We can specifically mention your trumpet part as a highlight. Well, that's pretty goddamn good. Yes, you definitely have to find that. I mean, that's awesome. Love that you're getting a review like that. That's freaking cool. I'm just looking at my little thingy here that's continuing to ferment away. Maybe even have a little taste of it. Doesn't look very syrupy, which is good because I don't really want it to be syrupy. That means I've diluted it enough. Yes, Justin's why Labor's margins in the West have been going down. Yep. Love it when extremists go after people and the response is just apathy. Yeah, you're right. Those wankers do hate when you just don't care about them. Suzuki Sega used to work at Kmart, caught a dad letting his kid take a shit next to a giant boxing bag. Ah, people. People, am I right? They're the worst. All right, I'm going to put a little bit of this on ice because I haven't actually tasted it. Ooh, it smells good. It smells like blood orange. Also, friggin' smells like alcohol. I mean, it's still quite high alcohol content. All right. Now, stir this up a bit. What's this taste like? That tastes pretty good. Man, that tastes pretty good. Oh, man, I am liking that. Oh, wow, that's... Oh, oops, sorry, I'm a freaking genius. This tastes good. Ah. Oh, it's just got a bit of tartness from the peel. Oh, man, it's fucking yum. Oh, actually, that would be interesting. The referendum is just shaping up to be gross. Retail stores are the best. At a size 22, woman gets stuck in 14 pants. Oh, and a guy peed in shoes. Oh my god, what the hell? Chog. Okay, I guess I'm not counting Canberra as a city. Oh, mean. It's too long since I've been in Canberra. I don't know anything about Canberra. Vidi's mum was clearing out his stuff. She kicked him out. She found porn mags. No, his God won't be happy, but it's not surprising. Oh, okay. Canberra has clean streets. There you go. Yeah, it varies in Melbourne. Want a sign at work that says I'm not paid to listen to your political, social, or religious beliefs? Pay and fuck off. Honestly, fair. Oh, does anyone know? Oh, actually, we did this comparison a while back. And I think the answer is no, not really. Canberra's developed in 5 to 10 years. Happening place. Nice. See, I don't know a goddamn thing about Canberra. Copying Melbourne. They built a tram. Noish. Yeah, maybe it ties in with legal weed, strictly Sega. Definitely. All right, so Chog, you reckon it's lower rent than the capital cities, but not the country towns? I mean, legalizing weed is going to make things a bit more chill, really, isn't it? I don't reckon we're that far off it being legalized more widespread. Because again, like I've said this heaps of times, you look at the American trajectory, it becomes legal with a prescription, then it becomes a real joke. You can get a prescription for anything. And it's basically legal. So state governments end up going, fuck it, let's just legalize it and tax it. And then they make millions in extra tax revenue. Now, we've already apparently got to the stage where prescriptions for medicinal marijuana are a bit of a joke. I didn't realize that. I didn't realize we'd got to that stage. And I recently saw a media article that said, there are all these dispensaries and you just fucking go to a doctor and say, "Give me a weed prescription," and you go and get your weed. So we're probably within a couple of years of it being legalized as a commercial product. And honestly, we've seen Barnaby Joyce clearly drunk in Parliament. I would definitely prefer to see him high as fuck in Parliament. Yes, Chog, I think you're right. Hannah could make a killing with a badge or something for retail staff. Maximum allowable increase. So they're only allowed to go up 10%? Okay. Well, I absolutely think you should decriminalize all drugs, and you should, drug abuse should be treated as a health issue when there's a problem, rather than a criminal thing, because it's fucking ridiculous. Freaking make hallucinogen. There's although. It's more complicated than that, but simple way of putting it is there is therapeutic value to hallucinogens. The realities are much more complex. CBD for PTSD, yes. Yeah, absolutely. The weed should be legal and regulated and whatnot. Basically, all illicit drugs should be decriminalized. Possession should not be a criminal thing. If someone's fucking their life, and because people can fuck up, they don't need drugs to fuck up their life. Some people will fuck their lives up with gambling, some with alcohol, some with drugs. People are fucking up their lives. You treat it as a health issue, not a criminal issue. Are you just guessing that randomly, Safa? Because it's a safe bet on any given day. Was there a media article about Barnaby being drunk in Parliament? So they gave you budgets that said, "Oh, yes," because it became a real thing in fucking COVID to abuse retail staff, which makes me so fucking angry. Yeah. One that says, "Fuck off, or I'll throat punch you." Oh, Scott Strict. Sorry, that made me laugh too much. I must have had a few beverages. Barnaby Joyce. Is that the Chattanooga Choo Choo? Yeah. Okay, so for now I need to look up Barnaby Joyce question time. Barnaby Joyce slurs his word during question time. That's from 5th August. Let's look. Was there anything in the news today? Okay, why is my fucking browser not responding? What's this bullshit? Okay, no, tools, recent, past 24 hours. Well, he didn't make the news for being drunk if he was drunk. But then again, maybe it's got to the stage just that Barnaby Joyce being drunk in Parliament's not news. Oh, that was the whole thing. Yeah, masks and stuff. Yes. The fucking cookers are insane. It does my head in. Yes, Barnaby Joyce slurring in question time. Really not surprising. He's not good. And okay, I can mock him and make fun of him and whatnot. But if it was to come out that Barnaby Joyce actually had a serious health issue with alcohol dependence, I would not be surprised. And I would not want to mock him anymore. If it's to the point where he's fucking up his life with an alcohol dependence, that's just not good. Strictly saying, well, I haven't. I'm kind of waiting for Mrs. Angry I'm not going to drink any more alcohol. Kind of waiting for Mrs. Angry to tell me she's going to bed. I mean, because she is probably playing her game, so she might go. I don't know. I kind of have to function at work tomorrow. I actually have some important things to do. But, you know, soldier on. It could be a Harold Holt. If Barnaby went swimming where Harold Holt went swimming, we'd never see him again. Because I went to that bit, you know, that's out past Geelong. And I happened to be there when the tide was coming in. And that is like rough as fuck. Like when I realized, like, looking at things, this is where Harold Holt went missing. And I looked at the surf and went, of course he got fucking dragged out to sea. My God, look at that water. Look at the fucking water. No, this is such a bad choice to go swimming there. Of course he got dragged out to sea. My God. Oh, Mrs. Angry's not playing Zelda anymore. She's playing that Horizon Zero West or whatever the frigate's called. She's well into that at the moment. She does love playing the Zelda. You know, sometime I might get a chance to play it because I'm pretty keen to play it. No, I don't think anyone in my current work. Well, I don't do anything to get attention on YouTube anymore. Forbidden West. Horizon Forbidden West. Killing robot dinosaurs. Yeah, Zero Dawn, Forbidden West, whatever the heck. The new one, the sequel. Because she did play the original. And so she's well into that at the moment. Killing the robot dinosaurs. Last I saw, she had a flying robot dinosaur. I love Borderlands. Thumbs up, Mrs. Chog. Angry Chicken Man loves Borderlands. The silly humor. I quite enjoy the silly humor. And I also love the visual style of it. That very cartoony thing they do. I haven't quite finished Borderlands 3. I might play some more of it sometime. And then I'll get the Tiny Tina's Wonderland, because that's apparently good. There you go, Strick. Sophie loves the Borderlands too. Borderlands is just fun. Toby, there is almost zero chance of me doing old school angry Aussie content, as in the shouting and swearing and whatnot. There's a higher chance of me doing pre-recorded videos. We've talked about this before. I call them fireside chats. Trying to talk through things. I thought I saw that in Humble Choice, actually, Tiny Tina. Yeah. I may or may not do pre-recorded videos. Okay, so it could be $9. Okay, I need to check. Sorry, I think my lips go. Actually, so I'm on the internet. I could look. Humble Bundle. Oh, there it is. It's right on the front page. Tiny Tina's. Okay, no, it's actually if you're in the subscription thing. Oop, they got some new ones that are really expensive. Let's just look. They're telling Tiny Tina. Tiny Tina's Wonderland. No, it's $90. Nope. Although I think you get something if you're in their subscription. Oops, what did I do then? So, Humble Choice, $11.99 per month. You get Tiny Tina's Wonderland Chaotic Crate Edition and Detective Ink. Good Lord. So buy it alone for $90 or get on their subscription for $12 and you get it free. The Chaotic Crate Edition includes the Dragon Lord pack, grants you a host of cool customization options, as well as Season Pass, which includes the Butt Stallion pack, Blight Caller class, 4 dungeons with Numa. Yeah, okay, so it's that package is $125, or you get it if you subscribe. I don't play enough. Okay, guys, just play for 1 month, download it, and then quit. Ah, okay, $15 on Xbox. Jog, you hate Apple. Oh yeah, no, Apple are not a great company. I have an iPhone. I don't think Apple are a great company though. Oh my god, I've never seen that. I've always wanted to see that. Phantasm. Phantom of Paradise, that really weird campy 70s version of Phantom of the Opera. Oh my god, that's old school, Hannah. Removing the ladder from the swimming pool in Sims and just leaving them in there. Okay, so you can do that. Join and then cancel. Okay. Toby, thinking of getting the kilt. I love my kilts. It's almost kilt. Actually, it's probably kilt weather now. I particularly like my hybrid one where the tartan's in the pleats. Oh, I'd be more than happy to be in a cash transaction society where people weren't horribly exploited for the benefit of a tiny minority. Sorry, those are just so yummy. I want to keep eating them, and I shouldn't. It's bad. Yeah, a lot of people are saying positive things about Starfield. Oh, yes. No, I saw some people getting extremely weird. I'm going to quit this game because there was a thing about pronouns. It's like, shut the fuck up, you fucking idiot. Just, let people exist, you dipshit. I don't want to be... Well, you don't have to be they, them. You can be he, him, you fucking dipshit. It's the same people who talk about, I'm a conservative because I believe in individual liberty. What they mean is, I don't want rules to apply to me, and I want to be able to fuck the lives of anyone that I disagree with. And it's just like, they're nasty and not very bright. Of the various Sims games, people were having fun playing with one. I remember one, and it was quite cleverly called Black and White, because you're essentially playing God to a race of beings, and they would develop based on your decisions. Like if you were a cruel and capricious God, they would have a really violent religion. But if you're a very kind and loving God, they'd have a really kind and loving society. And I was reading like some people online going about, oh, but the people were horrible and whatnot. And the game developers were just like, lol, dude, that's because you're a prick. It's just like, you think you're not a prick, but you are, because you made choices that the game determined, oh, you're a prick, so all your people are going to be pricks. I see. I literally never played Sims, so I don't know the differences between them. I'm aware of the existence of Sims, but I've never actually played it. It's a whole thing. Was it? Oh, Thursday. Yeah, okay. Oh, it's abandonware now, is it? Okay. No commercial thing for it. Yeah. And yes, you've been able to pick gender and sex for ages. Oh, wow. Was that episode of Black Mirror where it was a really advanced virtual reality fighting game, like a Mortal Kombat game? And one of the guys is playing a female fighting character, and the other one's playing male, and they're doing the fight. And it's like you actually feel the punches and whatnot, and they end up fucking in the game. And so it puts an interesting new spin on their relationship that they fuck in this game. The two bros. Toby, I'm like Red Dead Redemption 2. Love that game. Borderlands. I love those sort of open world shooting. You know, Grand Theft Auto, Mafia, Yakuza, Zelda. Love those games. I've never played Fallout. Oh God, strictly Sega. I don't really know the ins and outs of Black and White. Oh, Chug, you fell in love with Fallout 4, Lost Part of Your Life. Yes, I've not played any of them. Oh, I actually have, because I have Watch Dogs on disc, the version from a few years ago, because young Mr. Angry had it for the PlayStation, and I've never played it. But I seriously considered playing it, like a game. Yeah, and who cares? Particularly in video games. But it's these weird dipshits who can't stop obsessing about other people's lives and choices. And like I said, it wouldn't be so bad if they didn't have this absolute fiction of, I'm about individual liberty. Like, no, you're not. You're about, you don't have to follow the rules and everyone else has to do what you say. Yep. So yeah, I have the PS4 version of Watch Dogs, whichever. It's not the original Watch Dogs. How many like sequels are they? It's definitely a sequel. I don't remember exactly which one, but it's not the original Watch Dogs. Although, God, was the original version included on the disc? I don't even remember. But I didn't play that one. But various times on the PS4, I have played Yakuza 0, Mafia 3, Grand Theft Auto 5. Yes, it's Legion. That's it. That's the one. Watch Dogs Legion. I haven't played it. I kind of meant to, but I never got around to it. So theoretically, I could someday, because it's just sitting there. So you love the sandbox nature of the first Watch Dogs. Cool. I have not played any Watch Dogs. Oh God, sorry, you have Watch Dogs Legion, but you've never touched it. Okay, well, I have Watch Dogs Legion, and I've never touched it. I think young Mr. Angry played it. So yeah, I haven't been gaming much lately on the PC. Because I do it on the stream sometimes. I still love Red Dead Redemption 2. I haven't played Borderlands 3 for a little while, and I think I haven't quite finished it. I was very close to the finish, but I think I haven't quite finished it. Unless I have finished it and I had an expansion pack in the download I had. I don't know. I'll go back to it at one point and see what's happening. And I've got Disco Elysium, which I'd always wanted to play, and I don't know, I haven't gotten into it yet. I've played it a bit, but Okay, so you're a fan of Valkyria Chronicles, turn-based third-person strategy World War II game. Oh, Red Dead Redemption, art on so many levels, just visually, storytelling, and the character of Arthur. Oh my god, just a beautiful character. I cared so much about Arthur. And just throwing in random bits of humor and just the pathos of Arthur. And he's just like a classic doomed tragic hero or anti-hero, I guess, because he kills a bunch of people, depending how you play. He either kills some people or a bunch of people. Yeah, Toby, you can get Red Dead really cheap. And it's worth it. It's such an enjoyable game. So saying most games get graphically downloaded from their E3 demos. The original Watchdog was too much for the PS3 and 360. Oof. They bit off more than they could chew. Okay. Fair enough. Yes, but I do want to get back into Disco Elysium sometime because the protagonist is a degenerate drunkard. So I feel some kinship there. But it's a weird exploratory open world game where you as the character don't know who you are or why you're there, and you try to piece together who you are and why you're there. I need to go and get back into it. Might have to start it again. Ooh, you like when E3 did a 14-minute demo of The Last of Us. Okay, speaking of games I haven't played that I want to, Mrs. Angry has played Last of Us. I want to play Last of Us. Toby, you're off. I probably am too. It's already 25 past 10. I don't want to stay up too late. Go see what Mrs. Angry's doing. If she's gone to bed without telling me, I'll be mildly annoyed because I would have gone to bed. But I think I will sign off. Don't want to get too wiped out. Because I need to. Yes, it is. I think it's the check. Oh yeah, The Last of Us actually seems really intense. Oh my god. Okay, and also I love The Last of Us streaming series, and you can get. Oh, there you go. That's Mrs. Angry messaging me saying she's going to bed. There's a podcast with a show creator and game creator on, and they go into depth on the show and the choices they made, and it is so good. Like friggin' watch, if you've already watched it, rewatch it, and after you watch each episode, listen to the podcast episode because it's intense. But what really got me is the central message of the show is what people do for love, and they regularly do fucking terrible things for love. And it's sorry. And hey, Liam, just in time to say hi and bye, eating the cherry. So freaking good. All right, so strictly say you're streaming movies. I'm going to bed. So I'll be up for party night. I will tell Mrs. Angry, Mrs. Chog loves Zelda, Kindred Spirit. I love it too. Great game. So you all take care. Be gearing up for a party night tomorrow night. We'll see how long I last tomorrow night. Maybe with more junk food. All right. So everyone take care, and I'll see you another time, whenever that may be. But I'll say